Alright, everything's all set, and I'm all good. And I can use a controller, which is pretty good. Depersonalization. If I'm gathering this right, it's like a roguelike. I can play the tutorial first, you can enter the tutorial again. Sure. Gotta learn how to play. I found this, it looked interesting. Wake up in a strange room. You scan your surroundings before locating your sight back onto your body. You feel a little heavy, and a strange sense of confinement is making you uncomfortable. A bizarre rhythm beats inside, and you concentrate to feel it. Star key, my reflection in the mirror. My power is limited, and thus I cannot grant you the knowledge you need. You must learn the laws of the dimension yourself. This place is unlike the mental one, and you have to be accustomed to the gravity's grasp. Your body's not an imprisonment imposed on your mind, but its extension and realization. Now you must learn to control yourself. Okay, pretty easy. You come to be used to moving in the physical world. The familiar rhythm beats through you once again. The star key, the most important law of the physical world, is to survive. Now, I shall remove the censorship on your sense at a pace, and you should feel hunger. Suddenly, a strange sensation rises from deep inside your body. Your body feels like enfeebled, your strength drained, and your spirit waning. Take the bread. You need food to keep your body healthy. Star key, there's more to life than pain. Your primal instincts will guide how you survive. Okay, food system. Interesting. Driven by primal desire, you eat the food in front of you. A feeling of satisfaction spreads across your body, driving off the feebleness. And with that comes the warmth that fuels your heart. You have felt it, the joy of life and a step away from death. A door appears not far from you. Star key. Doors are both nodes of nexus and walls of protection. The physical world is small and vast, and doors will be your starting points from which your journey into the unknown. To open them, you must have what it takes to explore. Open the door. You try to open the door, but it refuses to move. You check the bolt, and it seems locked. You open the cabinet, it's full of sorts of things. You need to find the one that opens the door. Star key, next you will learn the concept of a check. In this world, there are events that will lead to a path diverge if interfered with. When performing a check, it will be a success if the observed result of value is less than or equal to your ability values. It's a roll is what they're saying. Roll a d20. Conversely, the check will be a failure. If you're not satisfied with the results, you try again to have an alternate result. I'm gonna try again. Oh, cool. You search the cabinet and eventually find a key. A strange and familiar feeling rises from inside you. Now you can leave this room. You managed to find the key to the door. You may leave this place now. Interact with the door and leave this room. Oh, that's easy. And there's different tutorials. Got it. Character interaction. Familiarize with the basics of this game. Talking. Steal. And then battle. Okay. So what I gather, this is basically like a roguelike. Which I love. What is going on with that man? Why is he shaking so much? Is he okay? Is he all good? Sarki, there are many lives in the physical world, and each of them is unique from the rest. They're constructed in the same way, the same as yours, but their minds are their own. And it's what makes a difference in their emotions and behaviors as other people see them. You need to understand how to communicate with others. This way, they can offer help in your adventure. In fear. Where the hell am I? You, stop right there. You can feel his emotions. He's scared. A peace Contest with this target's willpower. If successful, improve your relationship with the target. If unsuccessful, target might react in a negative way. Okay. Good. There's no to be afraid. I'm just someone like you. I can feel your fear. I won't hurt you. Your words soothe him. I saw a monster before I came here. And you don't look like a monster. I just want to get out of here. You see a key in his pocket, but he's blind to it. Talk. Get me out of here. I'm getting crazy at this rate. Ah. Contest with the target's observation. If succeed, acquire an item from a target. It's like I take this key from him. Oh, good. You sneak the key away from him while he's not paying attention. The door appears before you. Finally get out of this place. Thank you so much. You saved me. The man enters the door and disappears. You feel his gratitude for you, but it was a move of your finger. You now feel the sensation of joy.
Is this the connection between people?
Starkey complexities are built with the bricks of simplicity. Now you have learned about the basics of the physical world. It's time to leave this place. Hold on. Because it showed me this earlier, but I didn't exactly know what it meant. Let me see if I can change it. Because that was awful. That was awful. Ah, here we are. TV speak. I hate speak. I hate it. It sounds choppy. It sounds bad. Starkey, you will now face a formidable enemy. But don't worry, it's merely a projection of the entity. Its attacks won't be lethal during the combat, and you'll be free to act to your will. However, only specific actions can do damage to it. Enter the fight when you are prepared. A terrifying monster stands in front of you. Are you ready to challenge it? You learned a new spell due to the occultism change. Dominate. Blessing of Blade. Evil Eye. Starkey, I must not be able to rewrite the rules of space and time with this power, but I can still offer you assistance in combat. You can foresee the enemy's movement in advance and know its state. Over its head, it's an action it will take in this round, and at its feet is a current state. Analyze of enemies' movements and insights into enemies' weakness are key to victory. Now, this enemy in front of you will only be harmed by attack actions. Try launching an attack at it. Okay. Oh, there's a lot. Okay, okay. Let's try basic one. Okay, so there's dodge rolls and everything. Okay, interesting. I'm not gonna win this, but I could try. Now the enemy's immunity has changed. Direct attacks won't do damage to it, but you can try counterattack. When an enemy attacks you, a counterattack will be triggered if your evasion check's success rate is greater than the enemy's. Though you might be able to dodge some enemy attacks, it's a move that can turn the tides of battle in the right time. Well, he's kind of knocked out, so interesting. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Well, let's see. Does it? I'm assuming it does, but does a skill pick up a turn? Okay. So he's good again. Is that a technique? No, that's something different. There's so much. Oh my goodness. Okay. But it also gave me a shield. interesting. I can also enhance skills with luck, which seems to be almost like a currency since it goes down anytime I use it. So let's see. Medicine check, bonus splinter, that's probably a heal. That's probably a debuff. Speed is down 40 until the end of the turn. Double edge, which ended up doing more damage to me. I should be able to do damage now if I stun. Or not. I know I'm not expected to win this one, but still. Turn to an add 2 layers of weakness. And I got a new weapon. I don't know if it auto-equips. Equip the main hand. Ah, got it. Equip the offhand. Okay, cool. I'm understanding now. So, now if I do this. Still not doing, like, any damage, but I'm understanding. What about cleave? Okay, that did some damage. And he's bleeding, which is good. Some items can be used in combat. You can use an item through the item button lower right. Items can be used once every turn, regardless if they are targeted at allies or enemies. Some items can be tossed at enemies, which require a check. Try using projectile items to deal damage on enemies. In addition, some weapons can be tossed as well, but will be destroyed if you do so. Use these weapons wisely. Thanks for the grenades. Okay, yeah, now I get it now. And I can... Oh, okay, I got it. So I can only do that like once a turn. But it still allows me to attack. Okay, cool. I actually might be able to take this guy out. You now know how to do battles. And I believe from this point you need to fight on your own, free of my guidance. I'm sure you will win this battle with what you have learned. If your success rate on an action is too low, try using reinforced with luck. Just click the lucky clover button on the left when you attempt an action. This allows you to have a one-time enchantment on the success rate, consuming some of your luck. Okay, he got his constitution roll, so he's good. This is gonna be a success rate of 64, but I can make it back to 80. Because this seems to make him bleed, which is very helpful. And I have my shield, so I should be a little more decent. Let me debuff him. So this means his roll should be a little bit worse. And I don't think I can charm him, but it doesn't hurt to try. Oh, maybe I can. Okay. Go back in with the cleave. I'll use my luck. I want him to bleed. Still, it's really hard to do damage to him. So I don't know if after the brawl failure fails, then it just does no damage at all. Let me see. Still got my grenade. But shouldn't use my turn. Didn't do damage, but... Let me see. And my observe failed. Understandable. Let me try that again. There we go. %94 chance for a subdue. That fire's really taking him out though. Yeah, I think the fire is being the main thing that's taking him out right now. He has 5 fire, so that might just kill him. What about spell damage? Yep, okay, that's doing it. He's either gonna go out straight from... Actually, wait. I don't even need to do that. I can just, like, throw away one of my weapons. Bye-bye. Oh, or not. It was worth a try. Normal hit. Yep, fire got him. Okay, I understand how... Material. I understand how this is working now. You watch as the defeated monster vaporizes. Starkey, you have now successfully familiarized yourself with the laws of the battle in this world. And this dimension has served its purpose. In the future, you may encounter some other rules of the world. For example, the trait that symbolizes a character's experience, personality, and faith. The occupation that symbolizes a character's excellence in different fields of expertise. A character's SP determines their mental condition, and a low SP can lead to madness. Using magic also consumes your SP. Different weapon types also have a different effects when in battle, but you must venture into the world free of worries. Okay, don't go insane, basically. Got it. And that's all the tutorial. Pretty simple. Pretty self-explanatory. All in one, all in one. This is a story of the forgotten when a false history ascends. How do humans decide their fate? If your whole life was built upon falsehoods, would you still be willing to share your spark to light up others' lives? Oh, I hope the right thing. That went by so fast.
In the deepest recesses of consciousness itself.
Did I not save? Well, we're dealing with AI voice. Because it wants to be funky. I thought I switched to. Hold on. Nah, it's fine. We don't need outspeak. Game. Hello. Game. Game, are you there? In the deepest recesses of consciousness itself. There we go. Starkey, you are my sole remaining connection to the mortal realm. You also represent my last hope to break through the prison of time and space that I've been confined within. At present, the history here is unable to be altered. I must return to the beginning of consciousness and fall dormant for a period of time. Before I do so, I ask that you act in my place within this period. Only you can break through the barriers of this time and space and create an opportunity for us. You're standing in your parents' bedroom as a child of nearly 8 years. Currently, you are in the process of replacing the daffodils in the vase that your mother kept at her bedside. Your mother's laying on the bed awake but very much tired. Mother? Mother, my aunts and uncles are still sleeping. I couldn't wake them up, so I snuck out into the garden and picked some flowers for you. Do you think they'll be upset with me? The woman's face showed sadness, but held a look of acceptance as she took in the child's words. She sat up and slowly began to speak to the child before her. Now, my child, you've done nothing wrong. Everyone's just tired. They need a good rest. It'd be best if you didn't disturb them. And you've been such good care of taking care of me. When I'm feeling a little better, let's move to the town together. You'll be able to make lots of friends and have a little more freedom. Are you sure? Grandpa told me that I needed to stay in the castle. Don't worry, my dear. Grandpa will surely agree. And could you please pass along a message to Grandpa? I'm feeling much better now. Please tell Grandpa not to worry. Make sure to avoid the Chamber of Secrets, or Dad will be angry. You promised your mother that she could count on you. Now it's time to leave so that she can continue to rest. Grandfather's study. And I got some luck. I know the controls game. I went through a tutorial. Flour. Food. Material. Gaslight. Bread. Material. Sorry, Mom. I need your cabinet bread. Mother's resting and I shouldn't disturb her. Yep. Sorry, Mom. I'm just gonna... Don't mind me. I'm just taking all your stuff. Picture of your immediate family. A little boy was sitting on the knees of a gray-haired old man. Behind him stood a young couple smiling happily. Mother made you promise not to open this drawer. That's a promise you feel you should keep. But what if there's some stuff in there? Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. You close the bedroom door. Burn the carpet. Nice to know that's an option. This is a picture of your family. Your grandfather stands in the middle, and his gray hair not giving his age. Next to him, a young couple stands, holding a young child. You see your mother's pale face and complexion, showing a sense of illness. Uh-huh. Or wearing a black wide-brimmed hat, you cannot make out what he looks like. Around them stands many other figures, well-dressed, who you know to be many aunts and uncles. The music is very nice. You look out the window. Outside is a world where the sun and moon dances. The grass roams free and the forest thrives. It's the world you've always wanted to see for yourself. Oh, cool. I don't have to hold my run button. Nice. The moment you walk into the study... I've heard this song in so many other games, and I love it. I love it a lot. The moment you walk into the study, the flow of time around you completely freezes. As you notice something changing in the air, you struggle to stand and lose consciousness. When you regain consciousness, your grandfather is there, standing in front of you. You also almost immediately notice a gate that you have never seen in the study before. My dear grandchild, you are the family's last hope. While the stars of the world all abide by rules and patterns, the destinies of people themselves are different. We've made you bear far too much responsibility. So now, child, I'll give you 10 years of freedom. The grandfather pointed to the stone gate standing in the center of the study. The gate seems to connect two worlds together. You see the meadow and forest spread far on the other side of the gate. You notice that grandfather's tone seems different today. He's acting far softer than normal, creating a sense of discomfort within you. You subconsciously voice that sense of doubt of climbing up from your chest. Grandfather, are we going together? Grandpa, I don't want to leave. I want to stay with you. I don't want to leave here. I don't like the outside world. I want to be with Mom and Dad. I don't want to leave you. My dear grandchild, I couldn't give you a good childhood. It's all Grandpa's fault. Grandpa couldn't save your parents. All your grandpa can do is offer you 10 years of freedom to live life as you wish. And on my pride and joy, even you feel sad, please face life with optimism. I know you'll continue to suffer as the haze builds up in your heart, so please try to forget what came before. Forget the stone walls you lived in your home here. Forget the faces of all of your family. Forget the memories that bind you to this place. Forget everything that happened here. Child, remember the sky is always connected. No matter where you are, the stars will light your way home. In your eyes, the gate now turns into a soft and comfortable bed. A wave of exhaustion washes over you. Now all you want is to rest, a comfort the bed ahead can provide. You stumble through the door in a daze, the metal force, and even the bed you just saw that were all there only a second ago vanished as if it were all a dream. There was no dream though, as the above rainstorm calls out its fury. Ahead, you watch as the rain ferociously pours upon the town in front of you, Dunwich. The heavy rain guides the river waters and causes the huge castle standing on the cliff to collapse instantly. The town of Dunwich now was a merely forgotten pile of rubble and rain. You feel dizzy from the unbelievable destruction you witness and fall to the side of the road unconscious. Moments later, a gray-haired old man drives down the rain-drenched road and forward. The blinding headlights shine down on you lying on the ground. The driver quickly realizes that you are conscious and carries you back to the car. In this violent wind and rain, judging the land below, he drove past the mudslide and continued on his way. 10 years later, Providence, a night dormitory. I don't think the funny rich kid voice works on you anymore. Public security is only getting worse. There's already another incident. I should follow the doctor's advice and get bed early today. I really hope this medicine actually works. Patient seems to have experienced severe memory loss without any lasting damage in any other physical or mental functions themselves. Based on patient's exploration, he's able to slowly piece together the missing memories. Unfortunately, by the time he's able to even get anywhere near the deeper portions of his memories, the pain becomes too much and he's unable to continue. The problem lies with what comes next. If he doesn't attempt to look through these memories for an extended period of time. On the other hand, if you ignore the memories, then they become like a massive boulder sitting inside your head, slowly accumulating more and more mass. So the question is, how could we create a physical application to interact with memories? Or is it a question for the pain? I'm not scrolling down. Oopsies! The latter seems far too dangerous, whereas the former will take time to come to a solution without being able to identify the cause of the symptoms. The best path forward is to attempt sleep-aiding medicine to allow the patient the opportunity to break the standstill. That concludes the report. Many symptoms include, but are not limited to, insomnia, palpitations, accompanied by hallucinations, poor appetite, partial emotional functions loss, and difficulty in retrieving older memories. Blood pressure results to be P102 to 51. Patient's blood pressure is concerning and could be due to rapid mental changes in line with his current memory difficulties. Diagnosis: it is recommended to avoid alcohol and stimulating activities. It is also advised to attempt to sleep at an earlier time to allow body greater time to recover. Prescription: a small amount of benzoylum has been prescribed to a patient as a means to reduce stress levels and prevent any major potential incidents in day-to-day life. You take the medicine bottle from the cabinet. Medication prescribed by the doctor to act as stress-reducing agent, which he hopes could be counteracted from the effects of the sleeping traumas and hallucinations. Take the medicine. I hope that I can actually have a good dream for once. No, I actually can. It's Despite the medication, your restless anticipation of a potential good rest is preventing you from being able to immediately fall asleep as the sound of your heartbeat rings out. Many strange images flow through your mind. You begin to be unable to tell whether you are half asleep or awake. Oh, there's some creepy crawler in the. There's some creepy crawler. There's some freak in the corner. Can't control my body. I'm supposed to be in a dream, aren't I? No matter how real it seems, it's still just a dream. Sanity check. Hey! You wake up from a nightmare, forcefully. Why did my sanity go down? I got the check right. Pushing yourself against the back of your door. Or pushing up against the back of your bed in a cold sweat. Whatever attacked you left no wounds. It was just your imagination. Even so, your body acts as though the pain was real, sending waves of anguish through you. As you try to calm down, you breathe deeply a few times, and slowly begin to feel yourself accepting that it was just a dream. You hesitate for a moment, but you fall asleep exhausted. As you slowly enter the realm of sleep once again, this time you are uninterrupted by many nightmares that usually haunt your restless self. And someone threw a letter through my closed window. There's no written message on the envelope, but the seal itself feels strangely familiar. You open the envelope subconsciously. And my amazing grandson, today's your 18th birthday. I prepared a birthday present for you that is waiting in my study. I hope you don't mind the brevity, but I'm sure you'll find it easily. You are our family last hope, and I truly believe that you'll be able to overcome this disaster. With love from your grandfather, George Howard. Why did the letter disappear? Your mind is flooded with fragmented images like it's all in a dream you've yet to awaken from. The very memories that you've been unable to grasp are now themselves reaching out to you. You are unable to fully process it all at once, but it sits there like smoke waiting. You imagine will be a matter of time now before the missing portion fits back together. Fortunately for you, processing the bundle of memories doesn't feel painful this time around. A picture comes to your mind as if it was something on the edge of your consciousness all the time. You see a castle standing in the night. Above and around it, the sky and the stars create a dazzling work of art. There's a chapel on the west side and a stargazing pavilion in the dome-like structure. It all seems so familiar. Slowly then all at once, the memories of your family hit you like a waterfall that has been plunged. Or a plug. And I got a coup. The Arkham. Yeah, my sanity's only at 67. It's not looking good. Sedatives. Medical history. Take it all. Flint. Hooded coat. Take it all. Just grab everything. Newspaper information. The newspaper front page is detailing news of major safety incidents involving meat products sent to the city by Arkham. Although the food companies involved have resolved the issues, most of the food has already entered the market. Those who have consumed these food products have displayed highly unusual symptoms. While the incubation symptoms are not necessarily obvious, it writes the patients have often fallen into mania. Fits, impulsiveness, and extreme irritability. This has already led to several violent conflicts with victims. Okay. And a horror novel. I like these. Alright. Wait. Alright, there's the book that Amy recommended me. I haven't finished reading it. I still need to also return to the thesis as well as the library afterwards. Oh, cool. I'm assuming this takes certain amounts of time off of the little timescape thing on the side. Yeah, you can't see it behind me, kind of, mildly. But, oh, OBS is freaking out. OBS, be cool, man. There we go. You can't see here, but this little thingamabob right here looks like certain locations have certain, I guess, frames that it uses. So, good time to test this out. If I go to the dormitory and I use it, it's only gonna take one, or is it gonna not take anything at all? Or let's go to Carl's room. No IP required. Okay, got it. As soon as you enter the room, you see Carl drinking his way into enlightenment as usual. You hear him happily humming a tune of his own creation while writing what you believe to be a manuscript. Speaking of music signs. What lies before you is a desk that carries piles upon piles of notes, academic theses, books, and small notes that look to have been written and swiftly forgotten about. Ooh, okay. Observe. So what is this picture? It came in the mail from a previous patient I work with. He wanted to thank me for curing his strange disease. He's rather young, but he was complaining that his memory is getting worse repeatedly. He told me that it was all tied to some strange dream that he forgot the contents of upon waking up each day. All he remembered was that there was some place he wanted to go. So I aided him into achieving a trance-like state to search for memories in his dreams subconsciously. Sometime later, I got this painting in the mail. I suspect he found what he was looking for. Look at how he's smiling in the front of the yellow house. You notice a broken yellow badge attached to the edge of the letter. Upon picking it up, you feel a strange shiver run through your body. You examine the badge a little closer and see a strange symbol along the back of it, but nothing to indicate what it might represent. There's something that makes you uncomfortable about this symbol. Why are you saying that to yourself? I'll look into this just in case. So this badge seems interesting in some way. I can't discern. Do you mind if I studied it? Feel free to take it. The clutter's piling up in my office anyway. I don't have time to look through every last thing here. What lies before you? Oh, okay. Since the start of human evolution, countless fragments of consciousness have existed within the great sea of unconsciousness. The common habits humans have established were derived from a sense of collective consciousness that society enacts. The human mind and body are connected in some manner. That much is true. The mind is not an invisible thing independent of their body. Everyone is one with a brain capable of generating emotions, thinking in some manner to different degrees. Professor Carr, why are you drinking again? I don't plan to drink once the day comes to an end. I'm not an alcoholic, for crying out loud. And do you understand the idea of wearing another persona? Persona! I don't quite understand what you're getting at, Professor. Alright, so as an example of a drunkard is one of my personas. Aha! It just sounds like to me you're an alcoholic. When I'm drunk, I can relax my mind and release my emotions to a much greater degree than normal. On that note, I still have more wine on hand. Would you like to try it for yourself? You experience a variety of emotions rather than sticking to your norm of comfortable. In a sense, emotions are a greater form of empathy. Empathy. Ooh! I don't know if it's they're trying to say empathy and just empathic and comprehensible knowledge. Or empathetic and comprehensible knowledge is what I would have said, but it's just good for you to experience the world in various ways. I already know that, Professor. I've already been trying something similar in my case, trying to understand emotions through literature. Do you enjoy it, or at least do you feel like it's been beneficial to you? I hate it. No, specifically, I hate stories. People tell stories but themselves in a position of authority. They use their stories to elaborate their own values that they believe to be correct. Santa Claus keeps a list of bad children. Only hard-working bees are allowed to be given honey. Women were made from one of Adam's ribs. These well-known stories are laced with personal values and truths. The wider the stories told, the more it constrains people to act as a form of truth. These stories fight for power, with the winners being a form of fact or cultural standard. I just think it's an excuse for power. So you're more interested in the world's actual history. Sure, it's written by the winners, even so, there's still truth that can be interpreted and observed. No one can return the past himself, after all. We all have is the interpretation of others. The current way of humanity, after all, is to understand the past's grand narrative, after all. Well, regardless, I don't suppose you come here today to discuss your studies. Professor, I've come to say that I'm leaving for some time. I'm going back to Arkham. That's great to hear. Even if you hadn't decided to do so, I'd have done my best to persuade you eventually. People's past experience will affect aspects of the present in some manner. We've been unable to get any results with the form of trance therapy I've attempted, after all. I'm certain that it's those lost memories that are the cause of it. Oh, I skipped your entire dialogue. Okay, bye, old man. I had to go to the library, but let me do that. Lady, I think you just made my frame rate go weird. Hey man, I have to leave school for a while. The last book you borrowed from me will I have to wait a little longer for it to be returned. That's okay. The book, if you're not finished, just keep it there. It's okay. Well, I'll read as soon as I can. Okay. Anything else in here? Miss Julius is a professor of history and linguistics at the university. She's been rather tough on you because she believes you are talented and would like you to inherit her work. Recently, that relationship has been a little strained. You clearly got to your recent class on time. However, no one has any memory of being there. Anon. Do you have time to wander around? Get back to class. Miss Julia, I'm going to be out for school for a while. You young people always wasting your time. Nothing but nonsense of what it is. Drinking, partying, gambling, traveling, and so on. All students these days seek is to have fun first and foremost. Hell yeah. She was not really angry with you. Her expression showed a look more akin to frustration and disappointment. I finished my homework yesterday, actually. I promise I'll try to catch up on the lessons I missed when I get back. None, you must remember. As a researcher, you must not fall into the habit of slacking off. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that this one here is the summary of the lectures for the next few weeks. Thank you. Recently, the school closed the second floor. It's a pity as all the older techs are up there. Apparently, the reason was the closure has to do with some kind of theft. A witness claimed they saw a monster hovering in the air somewhere on the second floor. They described the monster like a bat and said it was carrying a pile of books closer to his chest. The witness then said that the monster found him and knocked him out before leaving. Before he passed out, he mentioned smelling something terrible like fresh maggots crawling out of sewer. Police played it off as some hallucination of a student. Do you think that what he saw was really a hallucination? You claim to have seen a monster. Do you think it was a hallucination? This isn't a hallucination. Hallucination is the phenomenon of distortion of perceptual results under specific circumstances. If this phenomenon did not occur often, then what he saw was unlikely to have been an illusion. Yes, Gray, I'm actually the witness I was referring to before. Ever since that day, I felt a mixture of fear and wonder from what I saw. I wanted to know the truth. You could try to help the police further the investigation as a witness. In order to do that, you would need to modify your statement, and it would be best not to be too subjective. Otherwise, people would just think you were hallucinating. You have a good point, thank you. Paper Chase Monster. A man was reading a book intently. I have Newton-toed frog, hair of a bat and teeth of tog. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble. Cool, man. You have fun with that. I love just taking things from that do not belong to me like a fire extinguisher. Hell yeah. My foot's falling asleep for some reason. Maybe it's the position I'm in. Hold on. Let me readjust my chair because... Oh, okay, that's better. My entire foot was falling asleep. Theory of social diversion of labor. Labor. Yes. Labor. By Ermol Durkheim. Social solidarity and social integration are social facts. The fact exists independently of the individual and has a unique feature called collective consciousness. The real function of the diversion of labor is to create a sense of solidarity between two or more people, a collective consciousness. I don't think there's anything really else. The empty desks are filled with books, especially with so many chairs taken away. It looks like there was a war to claim each seat. Ooh. It's the poster of the opera. Okay, you look like you'll probably be a main character because you actually have a thing. And school gate is where I gotta go next. A cat! Kitty! Aww. is 9. I'm just gonna say and for now because it's easier. As always, you're the not popular with animals. I don't know why all the animals seem so hostile to me. I don't think they're hostile, they just seem scared. The animals here are fairly docile, though you're a special case. Have you ever considered taking a part-time job as a zookeeper? Forget it, I don't want to get sued by an animal protection organization. You were fortunate enough to find several lucky clovers scattered among the gravel. Look in the desert, someone is planting seeds. He sings alone, infinitely sad. Who can tell me what he sings? Sad notes flow, no longer tell the ancient past. Nature's chant experienced yesterday, tomorrow again. The man was gone, and the moor was a field. The song was no longer heard, but the melody still lingered. Oh, something made my thing go up. There are many phone numbers, packed into a sheet of paper, amusingly are messily taped to the wall of the phone booth. The only number on there that interests you is for the railway office, which reads 635-854-77. You also notice something under the edge of the sheet itself. You find a small card with no form of identification, just a string of numbers, 644-38813. My cats are fighting again. Observe, check, results needed, success. I'm not missing. There's signs that the slots on the machine is broken. You get the feeling that any attempt to put money inside will result in gamble, and whether it works or not. There were many coins lying quietly inside. No, I don't need to use this right now. I can't back out? No? I guess I gotta do it. You hear sound from within the device signaling it's ready to attempt a call. Well, never mind. I gotta type this one out because I will not remember what we're calling mystery number. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, never mind. Don't have to type it. Dang it. A voice chatters a single word over the line. Burstin. The voice you hear is unusually mechanical, to which you can only interpret it as to tape recording. Okay. Look through the trash can. Number 10 Barn Street. I don't think there's a Barn Street in town. President Stone passed away at 10:38 a.m. on December 28, 1919. As his illness finally overtook the treatment, he was 65 years old. His last wish was to keep everything simple in his passing. Didn't you promise last time that we'd pool our money to buy a decent baseball bat? I already bought it, but it's time to pay for your share. I'll hold on to it and you can use it whenever you want. I don't have much on me right now. What? At most I can give you $5. This is a $100 baseball bat. You need to pay your share. You should be paying for your 50. The bat's not worth $100. You don't believe me? Well, I just have to go back and tell Father that you were going to buy that he made you sell back. Okay, just making sure I wasn't having like an aneurysm. Either way, I only have $20 on me. Well, I can take a loss this time. After all, we are brothers. The blonde man took the money and left happily. You good, man? I wouldn't have brought the money if I didn't want to pay back. Where can I find $20 now? What are my options? Today's the last day I had planned for work too. But I want to leave the area over here. Oh, so let me call this while I'm here. Put a coin in. Makes my attribute go down, which I have no idea what that means. After a period of ringing, you are met by a voice of an impatient man who informs you that the railway line has been closed for an unknown amount of time due to the mysterious disappearance of an Arkham-bound train. The railroad blocked access. Okay, so this is just another area I can go to. Cool. Go to the pharmacy. You walk into the pharmacy where you spot a young doctor sorting through medicines. She noticed your arrival and looks you over. Okay, don't know what that means. You seem healthy enough. That's all we got. Let the drunks behind you know we're out of booze. This must be where I buy my healing items. Now she's definitely out of booze. As you walk in, you notice the landlady is currently going through a ledger with a frown on her face. The handwriting on the ledger is rather small, as if to cram the vast contents of the small book. You do notice that there are parts of the ledger circled as if to signify the importance. One of the circled items that catches your attention is a Francis circling around the red number 100. The landlady picks some things out of the cupboard and put them on the end of the goods. She looks at your selection with anticipation. I don't think I really need any of that. Okay, get to the bridge. Oh, I can't go anywhere else really. Decide to head to the Interstate Bridge, yeah. It's not a long drive from Providence to Arkham, Massachusetts. You can easily make this trip within a day, but it's mostly mountain roads. As you drive on, the breeze blows on your face, making you feel relaxed and excited for what awaits ahead. Perception check. I mean, it's not that hard to see that someone clearly curved off to the side. Something's coming out. I'm not confident in this. Retry. Got it. A flock of fat rats appeared ahead. You wonder, even if it's night, why are such big rats around? They better not steal my car. A large wooden bulletin board reading, "Welcome to Dunwich." There are signs of passage. While some flooring look newer, it generally seems solid with no signs of wood aging. As you cross the covered bridge, you notice some white mist envelop the surrounding area. Turning around, you quickly realize that every direction other than your current path is impossible to make out. You can only continue forwards. You continue to venture into the mist. You quickly lose track of time before the all-encompassing fog finally lifts, only to be replaced by the darkness of the night. By the time the light returns, you find yourself in the corridor of a ruined castle. So this is the old house. One pillar collapsed right in the middle of the hallway. How are these signs of weathering? It should take decades at the very least. I'm not jumping that right now. You enter the bedroom. Most of the rooms have been wrecked by rubble quite some time ago. The many piles of rubble and layers of cobwebs make it look like a graveyard. Cool, I didn't get too stressed out. While most of what you can see is dust, cobwebs, and other coarse rubble, you carefully search for anything of potential interest. You eventually find a photo. You can tell from the photo that it shows a family group of about 12 people. One of them is a couple of them. It turns out to be a girl you've never seen before. When you try to take the photo with you, it turns into dust and ash vanishing. A consistent photo. I still can't check that drawer. Yeah, I gotta jump it, okay. Oh no. You jump, you landed, you rise, and you cross a chasm of about 3 yards in one go. If there's one unfortunate part of this, is that there's no one to give you a round of applause. Perception check. I am not messing with these. Something's coming out. What's with all the rats, man? You see a torn portrait and a huge splinter through the wall behind it. There seems to be a secret passage behind it, but the intersection is blocked by collapsed rubble. I can't do anything with it, can I? It's a weird statue. You look closely at the sculpture, realizing that its limbs actually hold a similar structure to the human body. As you look at it internally, it seems to come alive. You reflexively feel dizziness, like something has been drawn away. Ew. Thank you, Caddy, for the follow. Oh, ew! What is this? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Okay, so I see. I'll get these spells back as I go. Technique. So let's see if the combat is still away. I can equip stuff now, I think. This is just a new game I just recently found that I'm trying out. But it's so far it's a lot of reading. But that's fine because I do visual novels sometimes. But it seems pretty interesting. The art is really pretty. I'm really enjoying that. I love any kinds of pixel art. Wait a minute. Let me enhance with this. New turns begin. Ooh, they are debuffing me heavily. Hold on. Let's see. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to this combat. Target so place flammable status to target. I'm going to not absolutely put myself on fire. Let's see, how much healing does this do? Oh, they make you roll for it. That's cool, okay. Not bad. And I still get my turn. Good, good. So put some equipment on. One to 6 damage. This... And this is armor break. This is better. And these are about they're practically the same. No stat changes. Okay. So for this one, we are we'll look for a weakness because actually, we're drawing the enemy's attention, minimizing the damage. Because this guy's hitting hard like a truck. I can only do so much. I wasn't expecting Eldritch Horror to be the first thing. I gotta run. What is 16%? I like those odds. The odds did not favor me. Okay, that's a lot better. I did not expect Eldritch Horror to attack me. I think I would be better off fighting, like, anything else. That's fine. We got a bunch of healing items. Apparently this one that I have to roll on. Okay, I get it. So medicine, there's two ways to use it. If you use it regularly, it only gives you 1, but if you make a roll on it, you can get 2 to 3. If it gets a success rate, though. But what if I don't get a success rate and I confirm? How many does it heal me? I think it just uses it. Okay. Yeah, it just uses it up. Okay, good to know. Okay, that's enough healing. My stats are awful! Please, I'm running out of luck, man. Game, don't do this to me. I don't want to fall down the hole. Thank you. You notice a pit below the cobweb floor, narrowly avoiding it. You're glad you kept your guard up. Awesome. I love almost falling through a hole. These 2 books are intact. You sense something quickly falling from above. Game. I have 3 chances. Don't fumble this. 2. Please. Gods above, don't do this to me. Welp. This is unfortunate. You realize that it was an explosion only of light and sound along the lines of a flashbang. Read the tome. Forget the notebook. What's this magic book? The language used in the book is not anything in human history that you've ever seen. You slowly attempt to interpret the cryptic and arcane notes as your only choice. You're able to understand it as this. Nor is it to be thought that the man is either the oldest or the last of this earth's matters. My thing went really loud on that. Or that the common bulk of life and substance merely exists alone. The old ones were, the old ones are, and the old ones shall be. Not in the space we know, but between them. They walk serene and primal, indiminished into unseen. Yog-Sothoth knows the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the key and guardian of the gate. The past, present, future, all are one in Yog-Sothoth. Some magical power still remains in the text. You can't get away it. Oh! Something happened. Oh, I did it! Somehow. Upon the ancient tome's activation, a magical matrix is created, inducing seismic activity and emission of enchanted luminous from your physical form. Your ancestral house was transported to the Pleiades, constellations where the planet Seleno resides. In the depths of space, your physical body experiences the absence of the air pressure. It results in a suffocating sensation as your circulatory system draws upon oxygen present within your bloodstream. As you struggle to breathe, a profound sensation washes over you. Your lungs then rupture with all the gas they contain being swiftly expelled. Your bodily fluids then begin to evaporate. All these occurrences transpire in a momentary 15 seconds. And finally, you no longer with any tangible consciousness, your physical form is set to roam the great expanse of space for eons time. Did I die? I died. I think I died. Yeah, I'm like 20% sure I died. Okay, don't read the funny book. Understood. Do I at least get my do I at least get my luck back? I do. I'm gonna just let this thing fall on me this time. Why is my health so low? Crystal of the Elder Thing. It does explosion damage. Ronald failed. I was forced to restrain him. Ugh. What does this symbol mean? He carved on his body just before he left his sanity. This must be an important clue. Ronald, your efforts will not be in vain. This does not appear to be the language of any living or past civilization. Someone like Ronald would have had much more information if he was still sane and need to continue researching. I think I found it. The word means mentality. No, it means my spirit. This isn't it. What exactly is it? Many chaotic, torn, and twisted symbols appear lately. I cannot be discerned that the owner of this diary wasn't in a particularly good mental state. Unexpectedly, the runes must translate to mean them. It's them. I should have thought of this. I was thinking about them. I've been targeted by them. I must forget all this right now, immediately. No, I had to record it immediately. There was a long, torn line left behind as if the pen tip was pressed against the paper. Then, it was as if the pen tip was twisted off, leaving only the mark of a word. What was this? Why is there a key inside me? The survives of history. Ugh. You come to a rather strange space. You look to the left and see the stars of the universe are shining brightly. This is your past. It's at that moment you start to feel the joys and sorrows of those past 10 years were all in vain. When you look at the right, the stars are dim. Here you see order and chaos alternating. You are shown bizarre images that are incomprehensible in such a short period of time. You see a light shining 10,000 times brighter than the sun. You begin to hear laughter all around you as if someone were admiring a work of art. Each acting in a way you can only describe as a full distortion and madness. Their very genes out of the genetic blueprint, drawing a sea of flesh and blood in their wake. You see the stars burning all around you. No, it's the whole universe burning. The burning stops, leaving only darkness forever. On the left is the past, where the stars in the universe shine brightly. On the right is the future. The darkness is endless. I will go... Let's go to the past. Who are you? As you step into the past, the figure of a young woman appears in the fissure of history. She stares at your back as you depart. She then gently closes her eyes as her body gradually dissolves into the void, as she watches her child for the last time. Ah, mother. Location, ancestral home time, 10 years ago. Did I really go back in time? My mother's not here. Oh, that's neat. All the stuff that I took earlier is still gone. Nice. Can I go in here now? Inside was placed a pendant inscribed with a mysterious rune. You touch the pendant and memory goes straight to your brain. Did I die again? You look into the space from a bird's eye's perspective. You see a boy laying in bed. Around him, an old man is anxiously discussing something with a man and a woman. The strange has chosen our Anne as its carrier. In a little while, it will have been completely assimilated. Is there really nothing that can be done? The process of assimilation cannot be reversed. can only be delayed. The old man looked down and thought, I could use this transfer spell to pull this effects to someone else. Let me do it, Grace. You haven't been well. The man went up and hugged the woman. The man spoke. Don't worry about me. You have to take care of our child. He stood up and hugged the woman. In the shrouding space, a magical light gradually brightened. At least, let Anne forget this painful memory. Your perspective disappeared. Oh, didn't die? That's nice. Turns out I caused everything all along. You finally know why grandfather won't let you leave the castle. You figured out why your father was in the chamber. You know why your many aunts and uncles fall asleep and why your mother never gets better. Because of the disease in you. It's an uncomfortable chain of truth that make you suffocate. You keep blaming yourself. Why did I survive? Hey, my sanity's still fine. Because of your arrival, our entire family has been harmed. A sudden voice appeared in your mind. You have occupied my body. Don't think you're human. The pain you feel now is but a fraction of mine. The strange. How long will you continue to impersonate me? Hey man, you got a little goopy goo on you. With a surge, the impurity of the body gathers before you. A silver key appeared on his body. You finally left my body. Strange that you caused this. I am so confused on this plotline. You caused this disaster. All the disasters are my fault. You hear its hoarse roar, its madness, its resentment, its twisted willing. Even though it's finally out of your body, you have always been emotionally connected to it. So it looks like for you to relieve. Accept it. Because I cannot fight this thing. You stand before the very thing you always presented, the strange. The pain in your heart strips it into the concrete reality. When the stripping is complete, you suddenly find that it's not the disease you think it is. It's just a disease that corresponds to you. In the crack of history, I saw that my whole life was an alternate reality and did not exist from the beginning. But I identify more with Anne than with an alien outsider. I'm running away from myself and attribute all sins to you in the abstract. There is still hope. Grandfather mentioned that I was the last hope. Am I both potential disaster and source of hope? No idea what's going on, but yeah. Yeah, man. That's not cool. A group of black humanoids suddenly appear. Their faces are shaped of insects with blue fluid flowing where the eyes should be. Sticky tentacles emerge from behind them, a sharp claw push out from their arms. Hey man, wait, ooh, this is important, I gotta burn this carpet. Oh. That was easy. Maybe this is the same thing from last time. Fruitive whistle fills the air. Failed that. You hear this miraculous rhythm which makes your mind go into chaos. As you think embrace the chaos, you feel unable to control your limbs. You watch yourself walk in the mirror. What is with these things? Leave me alone! Stop! I can't fight this man. Oh no! Man, I hope this works. Give me that 30 damage. Oh. Wait a minute. I don't have the build for this, man. Oopsie. Don't hurt me. Retry the battle. Stuck enchantment effects for the battle. Plus damage, please. Did I lose that item though? I did. Wait, no, I didn't. Here, man. Take this again. There we go. And he's on fire, which is great. Oh, but he's healing. I have nothing that I can throw at him. Meh. Take this umbrella. Okay, that didn't work out. And the burn still might take him out. Oh, maybe not. If I could just hold on. The burning's about to take him out. That throw? I think that's a throwable item. So I could. Yeah, but a little bit more. Oh, cool. Defeat the greedy. 2 umbrellas, thanks, man. You open the door to the study and immediately realize you are not alone. You see your grandpa seated in the armchair. He smiles at you with a relieved expression with a lingering sense of proudness at who you became. His body begins to fade to light and you don't even have the time to mentally acknowledge sadness. Grandfather. Where your clothes at? You open the box. In front of you is a girl, as delicate as a ceramic doll. Your heart is beating hard, but it's not all because of its attractive appearance. You feel an extraordinary sense of familiarity, or a nostalgia of intimacy, or of longing for wholeness. Then the girl seemed to awaken by the noise and slowly sat up, just in case. Just in case. I got this thing on quick draw. I got this thing on quick draw. Boom! I got the Beatles still up. Don't worry, it's here. You were about to ask some question, but she cut you off first. You want to be vocal, but you can't control your body. She looked at you with a silver, cross glow in her eyes. You feel an invisible bond with her. Then you heard her soft, ethereal voice in your mind. Starkey. I know how confused you must be. Come closer to me and I'll tell you the truth about this time. The stars are shining in her eyes and you can help but move closer to her. Before you know it, she puts her hand closer on your forehead. You feel your brain flood with information. Time, 10 years ago, when the disaster happened, the study. The infection with this strange is different from simple physical assimilation. I've already tested all the available spells and medicines. I can't even find a cure for Ronald. If I were to compare this situation to another, it's likely allowing an egg without a shell to maintain its integrity. All while surviving the rapids of a waterfall or allowing a person floating in the seat of a lion himself to withstand a huge wave in storms. Frustrated noises. Nice picture of himself for whatever reason he has that. Ancestor, you were once left a prophecy to warn us of this day. The mission of the Watchers and the prior truth are the same. Unparalleled sacrifice. I pray here for your revelation. The Lord of Gate, the Guardian of the Abyss, Lord of Dimensions, Riddle Knower, Guardian of the Secrets, the oldest all-in-one, the one by life prolonged. Tawal. Yog-Sothoth, something, your servant call upon you. Are you still unable to answer my prayers? You must go with the last resort. No matter what, we can't let the infection spread. The transport point is to Selena. Is ready. Now that the stars are in the right place, our success rate is up to 70%. I gotta do a roll. I gotta roll my dice real quick, just to check. I can't believe we look up at the stars for decades only to be able to vanish among the stars at the last. What an ironic twist of fate. Oh, and that's when the door came. As the way ray is about to be activated, the space changes. It's as if this magic has been drawn away. The room twists and turns into an arc of rock dividing the two sides into two worlds that do not interfere with each other at all, virtual and real. From inside the door played a soft, ethereal female voice. There is still a glimmer of hope. Are you willing to pay the price for it, though? As long as I can pay for it, please take what you must. A pure silver and white light covered George Howard. His last name is very important into this. His energy sparkling like a multitude of stars. He felt that he had never been so clear and insightful. As information constantly flows into his consciousness, George Howard's expression turned serious. If you haven't guessed, his name's George Howard. So this is the history's truth. Now that I'm aware, I will do as you wish. Grandpa. And that's when, a child pushes open the door to enter. In that instant, his body and actions are frozen. The static time begins to flow again. This is the separation being staged once again. You stubbornly refuse to leave until under Grandpa's magic, you forgot everything and leave like an empty container. Then I suppose it's time to pay my price. Just as George Howard was preparing for the end, a voice came from the void. Do you have a last wish? If I may, I would like to see him when he's grown up. The voice hesitates for a moment, as if, in thought of calculation, I can only give you 1 second. Is that enough? That's certainly enough. The time and the space freezes. Your mind is flooded with memories of the past. Maybe it's just a split second, or maybe it's years beyond thousands. Ekfogmorn's consciousness was forced into a deep slumber. In order to be affected by what remains of Frogmon's affluence, Yog-Sothoth buried the alienated parts under the ultimate gates. Calm has returned to the sunless sea, but the distorted assimilation continues. Chaos and entropy in the universe continues to grow slowly. The truth of time. Gotcha. I'm gonna take a break real quick. I'm gonna go run to the bathroom. But to summarize from what I'm saying, oh, his cane. Is it magic? Is there anything I can do with it? Oh, it actually is pretty good. It's an actual weapon. Cool. What I'm gathering from is there was some kind of sickness that the boy was born with or something, or was like cursed with. And then they're like, well, man, this is bad. We can't be having that. So they tried originally getting rid of him or something like that. But then, like, actually, there's a way. We got to send him into the future. And then this is going to result in everyone else dying. But it will save the world. That's what I summarize. And then they took away his memories. I don't think there's anything else in here. I'll go in like 5 minutes. Investigate carefully and finally find a stone covered in dust in the whole bookstore. A bookshelf. It gave up a faint glow after brushing off the dust. A room. You investigate carefully and finally find a stone. Actually, didn't I have a... There's a thing... What's this? Oh, I can just heal myself if I get a good medicine check. There we go, I had it for a second. Okay, nothing else to discover in here. That wasn't there before. The hourglass stops the current movement of time from movement, preventing the black sand from spreading. Once you get rid of the black sand, the assimilation should end. Oh, gotcha. I think I follow. The hourglass is broken and the black sand in it is scattered. A giant eye emerges in response. That's cool, man. Oh, boss battle. Who are you? Well, so you choose to construct a puppet to preserve your power. How ridiculous. I didn't expect you to have grown so weak. Without any thought, a name forced itself to the forefront of your mind. Frogmon. Oh yeah, what would you talking about you? Could it be that after the rapture of the temporal loop, you were directly perceived by them? As you're still considering your options, you hear her continue to speak. Well, I'm very disappointed in you. You're the beginning and I am the end. Together we create time and space. Unfortunately, your authority over all knowledge has changed you. Your will has chosen to break away from us. So I've had to clean up all your time and space for a quick reset. Now, this is a surprise. I plan to devour you to complete ourselves. But now I'm understanding that the human mind can be rather useful. As long as there are enough of them, then they could be an alternative. So, even without you, I'll be able to awaken our main body. You are no longer necessary. You ridiculous puppets. Paul's biggest mistake was making you into a mortal. Humans, what a fragile race. After destroying you, I'll have a good time reminiscing with Twile. Sarky, as long as your heart is not broken, time will restore your body. Every time you fall, you will accumulate your power to reshape space-time. What you face now is only one of their billions of avatars, however, Frogmon will never leave their true body. And their power cannot easily come here. I don't know if I'm strong enough to beat this lady. I got like a cane. Oh. Deals 3 to 12 spell damage and counters the target's manifest projection. First off, I'm gonna try and make a roll for a heal. On me. I do not want to heal the enemy. And then I got a spell. Oh. Okay. Okay, that spell works. That's good. That's great to know. Future prediction. She's faster than me. Oh, so I can just keep getting revived. Never mind. And I can actually do damage. Nice. Future prediction. Only thing with using this spell though is it does what's the word for it? It's doing sanity damage to me, which is no good. Okay, so it looks like they're leading it up so I have to win this. So I don't really have to worry about dying. My sanity's gonna go crazy after this. I'm gonna be losing my mind. That's something called Oblivion. I have no idea. I'm gonna. You cannot use future prediction for now. Only belongs to a service connection. When the stat counts is increased to 7, you cease to exist. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta hurry up and take this lady down. I don't care about my sanity anymore. This lady gotta go. Actually. Damage to apply a stack of forsaken by time. Yeah, I gotta take this. I gotta take this hit. It's gonna hit me anyways, so I might cease to exist in like 2 seconds. If she does that twice, I might win. Especially down on the canoe. Consider them defeated. You're defeated by Afrogman, and the scorching light was about to engulf you. The silver key made a dazzling light, reshaping and restoring the surrounding space-time. Afrogman was expelled from the space by this force. As the avatar of Afrogman was repelled, the whole space trembled. Actually, wait a minute, I just thought of something. I'm curious, if I'm thinking of this correctly. I can skip all this already. Yeah. Because I think if I'm looking at that right, that was like a planned event. So I was going to lose nonetheless. Or I could have won probably, but I wanted to see something. If I'm thinking of this correctly. Take that cane. Yep, got that. Grab this. Grab this. Break the hourglass. Okay, we're back again. Meh. Okay. Didn't do much. I don't think there's really any point of using that ability. I'm just gonna keep letting it roll. I don't plan on winning this one. The way that's going, if my... Let's see. If my sanity loses, there's not much you can do anyways. I'm just gonna keep getting brought back anyways, so... The best bet is really just to keep spamming this. Because there's a big difference between defeated and dead, so if I'm thinking of this correctly, I just want to double check something. Interesting, it gave me a choice. I just want to put my high power test. Honestly, I might be brain dead after this, but I think I might actually check them out. Ooh, stat 10. Honestly, if this doesn't kill me, I might actually beat them. Yeah. Ah, yes. Fire extinguisher. As the avatar of Aphamon was repelled, the whole space trembled violently in rage, and oppressive sounds rained down from all sides. You cannot hear the words being spoken, but you can feel the sheer anger contained within each. Aphamon cannot go back in time to this 100 years of history, and so they are preparing to return to the state of space-time. Sorry, Key, this is the most critical moment. Keep pushing. You see the water condensing from Earth back into the sky. The clouds dissipate, the sky clears, the sun sets from the east, and the meteor falls back to the stars. Time is going backwards to the beginning. All of a sudden, you feel like you're on the ocean. A great black fog rose over the darkened sea. The black mist pulls you down into it. Being in the depths of the ocean is like being among the stars. In the blink of an eye, you fell into the ocean, then fell into the galaxy. If the ship of Theseus, paradox is about whether you are still you after replacing all the materials. Now it's about returning all the materials in your body in order to discover your origin. The matter of your body, as small as cells, gradually dissipate into particles and return to its original state of being. After returning all the materials, a silver key gradually appeared in the deep sea. It carries your spirit, your ego, and all of your memories. The silver key flashes and sinks to the bottom of the deep sea, finally returning you to the place of strange familiarity. This is the dividing point. Between existence and non-existence, black and white are independent of each other, maintaining an absolute balance. That's how it's supposed to be, and now the nothingness has been nibbled away and it's all mixed up. You see the rapid timeline moving away from its proper trajectory and towards nothingness, which is splintered with each and every convergence. The debris clumps together into a dim sphere. Hey there. You feel a strong will looking you in darkness and simulating you. How about no? How about no? There we go. Your obsession, unwillingness, and your pain burst out in this moment. Like a sudden burst of lightning, your will lights up the night sky. Having pushed back the entity, your mental strength is at its limit. You lose traction, falling downwards and plummeting into the sea of the night. Your consciousness gradually becomes blurred as you are sinking into the deepest part of your mind. Lightless abyss. As you sink, your consciousness becomes increasingly transparent. There's no end to the darkness ahead. Then you sense a familiar presence. It belongs to Twal. It's not exactly the same, though. Like a door, like the end of everything. Your consciousness is becoming transparent. You finally see them. They light you up and make you whole once more. Their eyes are always on you when you hear the words. I gotta turn off my phone, I forgot about that. Star Key, do you blame me for creating you? No. Although coming into this world has made me feel all kinds of pain. Human beings are too fragile to be affected by all kinds of desires. Whether it's a family mission, a duty to others, or a concern in your heart, one forms a chain of invincible chains. However, sometimes the pain of those chains make me feel warm and happy. It finally dawned on me that this is something called desire. I obtained a lot of memories. These are precious memories that I should treasure. Do you like the world? Yes. I like the people of this world. They suffer together and share happiness. Even the smile of a stranger can make it feel warm. Because these people made me feel connected to the world, it made me finally realize that I exist in this world. Do you have any regrets? Yes, in many ways I do. I certainly have many regrets. A lot of regrets even. Sometimes I recently only after it was too late. I regret not being honest with those I cared about in the end. The fact that it's no use saying it to them now. I suppose I feel guilty. I didn't realize what I had until I lost it. Do you want to change the world, even if that sacrifice makes you cease to exist? It's not that I want to change the world like some grand fairy tale. Can't see. Something. My family providing everything they had to seek happiness for me, for myself, who's grown especially well over these past 10 years and has finally found a purpose that I truly believe in. Lastly, for you, who has given me this chance. For this, I am willing to bear the heaviest fate. I see. Starkey, my awakening requires this great sacrifice. But I, who has infinite and omnipotent power, am unable to sacrifice myself, so I must ask that you face this death instead of me. I don't think that's fair. This death means separation from the self. All your past will be cut away and dismantled, and the timeline you once lived will be purged of any trace you once had. I will reboot the original timeline, effectively restoring the distorted one. Speak my name, Starkey. I will awaken and prevent this world's downfall. The most ancient and prolonged of the life, Umarta Tual. You managed to wake Tual. At the first consciousness to awaken in Yogg-Sothoth, they succeeded in taking control of the body. Yogg-Sothoth is awakening. Afragman's consciousness was forced into a deep sleep in order not to be affected by what remains of Afragman's influence. Yogg-Sothoth buried the alienated parts under the ultimate gate. Calm has returned to the sunless sea, but the distorted assimilation continues. Chaos and entropy in the universe continues to grow slowly. At the beginning of the time, white mist wraps itself over the sunless sea beneath. As it begins to part, you see the black twisted twilight slowly unravel into the correct flow of history. 15. January 1910. Arkham, an old castle clings to the hills. In the castle, a group of people holding a birthday dinner to celebrate a family member who just turned 8. The crowd stood together, ready for the family photo shoot. A grown man smiled brightly while a beautiful and elegant woman held his arm. Stirring in the middle was a dignified man who looked to have gone against his solemn nature today, because he is holding the hero of today's party, a smiling little girl with long, light blue hair. I'll get to you in a second, Pixie. We're reading about lore. It just so happened to be caught on camera. Amy was busy, sorting books in the library as usual. She's still so timid and shy. While sorting through the books, a poster slipped off the table. She picked it up, and it was the Tosa poster from the Opera Society today. For art, for love. The stars are resemblant tonight. Amy looked up at the poster, and she seems to momentarily gasp, looking confused yet pained. I wanted to say something, but in my end, my voice was no more able to speak than the air itself. She crumbled to her knees as she experienced a sense of loss that she didn't fully understand. Why am I crying? In the evening, Professor Carl and Professor Julia were working at their desk in the school office. Miss Julia sighed deeply after sorting through a pile of papers and complained to Carl. Students are getting worse these days. They cannot bear any hardship that come their way. If young people continue to only seek enjoyment, human beings will degenerate into monkeys with 100 years. Carl did not respond to Julia's complaints, instead saying optimistically, this generation of young people is better than us as they can at least pursue their own ideals. People who can't listen to themselves are simply living in a dream. Being aware of one's self-consciousness and developing their own unique personalities is a rather inevitable prospect. Your nagging hasn't changed at all, woman. Man. Are you eager to find students who can continue your studies? Do you want to end up irresponsible and irrelevant? Or did you already find what you were looking for? Carl pulled out a bottle of whiskey, took a sip, and bitter expression slowly formed on his face. Painful things cannot be avoided in life, only endured. In a palace, made from 1,000 books, and the flickering candlelight were the only form of light. The blank pages constantly being written and erased. A young girl with long light blue hair was leaning against a long table in the middle of a palace, quietly watching a boy reading a book across from her. After a long time had passed, the boy had turned the last page of the book. At this moment, the girl spoke to the young man. This is the consequence of the past being restored. The people you once knew will no longer have any connection with you, and you will no longer belong to any era. Do you regret it, Starkey? Upon hearing the girl's question, the boy carefully began running his fingers over each page of books once more. Oh my god, Pixie. First off, hello, Pixie. Thank you for stopping in and watching. But, like, man. Yeah, I'm stopping the music. I'm stopping the music for you. I'm trying to read the lore. The VOD viewers over in YouTube want this impeccable lore. They need to know, Pixie. They need to understand what's going on. I don't even understand what's been going on the past 2 hours. We're trying to figure it out. Okay, I'll put it all aside. I'll put it all aside because you're here, Pixie. I am the lore. Yeah? Okay, explain it. Explain the lore. What's happening? What happened so far? What is it? What is the premise of this story? Go on, explain for the class, Pixie. Explain the last 2 hours. I've been sitting here reading tons and tons of lore like a visual novel. And getting absolutely bothered by every single thing. I've been here for the last 30 seconds. I don't care. Summarize the entire thing. Off of this one specific line that's on text stream right now. Summarize it. Lore's drama and drama death, yes. You know what? You're not too wrong. Put my music back on. Now I'm confident. Did he look like this before? Maybe I'm skitzing. No, I'm confident in my choice, Sothan. I paid attention. Yeah, I see. This was the best possible outcome. He slowly closed the book, concluding his journey to the beginning, of which the end wouldn't exist. Time is money. Have unspent map action points when completing all in one. All in one complete. You chose to take your destiny into your own hands and sacrifice your connection to reality in order to empower Charlie. Why is someone being so loud on a motorcycle aside? Trial to awaken you, or to awaken Ashiok Soth, but also to restore the timeline of the world you once walked upon. But this is only just the beginning. The distorted timeline still exists, and the terrible beings that have been sleeping for ages long past are waking up one after another. Terrible disasters are brewing in every space and time. And you confidently chose to meet your choice head-on, for Yog-Sothoth to regain their power and stop the world's echoing with pain. A traveler who does not belong to any era has embarked on a journey that will never end. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm starting to get it. Saving the ending will erase all save files. Do you continue? Yes. Because it's like, if that's what I'm reading was correct, it's like a roguelike, as I said earlier. Go and tell is it Sothoth, I think, about the situation of the Sun and Sea. Oh, he uses the cane now for his grandfather. That's nice. Soth, the spreading of the chaotic timeline in the Sun and the Sea has been controlled. But is it really okay for you? It's okay, as long as it doesn't overly consume the power of space-time. I can still maintain the critical point for now. But to completely erase all anomalies, I'm not capable of that yet. Is there anything I can help with? You see Yog-Sothoth, with some hesitation after your words. The new space is still very fragile in order for the library to work. Starkey, I need you to travel to all abnormal spaces in time, to influence the history to resolve anomalies, and then bring the little bit of change back here. That would become the power to fill the space and time. Understood? However, Starkey, you are going to the chaotic time of history. You need to establish a connection with the people in that space and time to get involved. You'll obtain the same identity and experience to them. Their suffering and pain will be imprinted in your heart. My power will protect you from the actual death, but you will still face the pain of death. Don't you worry, Soph. I will go to all these places as soon as I could. Help you recover your power. Okay, easy. Woo! Seek answers. Nothing. Mystic items. I will say the story in this game is really confusing. At least from what I gather, I kind of got what they were going with the whole beginning of the whole family situation. And basically, from what it looks like, they reset the world so she can start getting her power back. If I'm reading that correctly. But the art style and everything in this game is just really pretty. Who are you? Oh, I guess you just live here now. After I just destroyed you. Yeah, the pixel art is really nice. I love all kinds of pixel art. It's the best. Scene that doesn't fit in with this place appeared on the right side of the library, and she's a gamer, so that makes sense. Yo, her PC looks just like mine! A huge iron box with twinkling and changing light, and a strange scene that is constantly changing on the glass plate connected with the iron frame. The Switch not show game titles on mobile. I can actually check for you, hold on. No, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, is it depersonalization? It looks like a different on mobile, so I'm confused. Yeah, depersonalization is what it's called. Afromon occupies this area unceremoniously, with a strange handle with buttons in both hands and a strange mess of objects laying around. Soth, what's wrong with them? You rarely see Soth with a look of resignation as they put their hands between their eyebrows. After I really woke up, her alienated self fell asleep. Ekphramon never wanted to merge with me. After weighing the pros and cons, I let them stay here. We have reached an agreement. They no longer interfere with space and time, and I cannot interfere with their freedom either. But isn't that really going to cause some trouble? As the end of time, Afromon is the key to erasing the chaotic timeline. They have seen so much destruction that they have been tainted with bad character. We were originally one in the beginning. Because of the difference in our power, our views became different. But they will surely preserve the new world that we have created. Okay. You feel a sliver of strength being drained from your body, and images from the past start to emerge in your mind. The sense of familiarity makes you feel as though you have returned to your travels through time and space, while the screen of the machine in front of you flickers to life. What on earth is this machine? It's an arcade machine. Have you never seen one? As you approach the screen, it displays a black vortex made up of countless grains of black sand. As you get closer, the grains of black sand seem to come to life, shaping themselves into various people. These are people you have seen before. Her design is so cool. Unexpected. I never thought you would be able to activate this machine. Afromon's gaze shifts to Sothis, who is sitting in front of a desk. Sothis merely lifts his head slightly, offering a smile, driving back into the sea of books. What is Twelve thinking? Ah, you foolish expression tells me you don't understand its purpose yet. This is how I get like other characters. I indeed do not understand its purpose. You just release all these imprisoned consciousness. Why then is the temporal sand still preserved? I'm under no obligation to answer your question. You might want to think about it yourself. If 12 managed to project identical individualities, why would they bother to restart time and space? Isn't it to deal with the arrival of the end? You unable to reach a consensus to change the outcome of the future. The Sothis could only deal with the end of the future by restarting time and space. That is so naive, it makes me laugh. Perhaps you've been too deeply influenced by mortal thinking. Let's put it this way, even at 12's weakest. 12 has the power to project new timelines. He just doesn't approve of this method, saying, individual created through duplication only retain all information of the previous individual. Individual without continuity, their true selves have already been destroyed. I don't need any damn true self. I just need enough data to help me regain my strength. Since you activated this part of the temporal sand, I will gift it to you. Afterwards, Afromon casts a displeased glance towards Sotha, saying, Troll, you should understand you cannot always control everything. Okay, so it's right. So anyone I interact with throughout the game, I could add into my party. Interesting, interesting. This one's a little scary. A scholar, a police, mystic fighter, police fighter, scholar, fighter, traveler, boy, traveler, police. Only one doctor, that's interesting. Partner details. Shy and earnest with a keen observation, she enjoys reading all kinds of books, from practical guides to occultism. She reads everything, yet her favorite genre is horror and mystery novels. Choose model rule 2. So maybe I get different outcomes. This action will reset the partner to its initial state when first unlocked. Click confirm to continue. Okay, so that allows you to change. Okay, I got it. Interesting. Don't bother me. Our expressive emotions is thought its delight. Oh. Wait, go back. Well, this one's nice too. Hold on, go back though. I like this one. Monument of crowd creation. I see. That must be fan stuff. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, do I get to make a custom character too? Oh, getting a phone call. Hold on. You guys look at the funny e-girl. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm gonna stop for now, 'cause I gotta take care of something. Sorry, Pixie. You came at the bad time. You actually came at like the perfect time for when I'm stopping anyways. Yeah, but maybe I might stream again today. So we'll see. Oh, I do want to check this out real quick. This is cool having a character customization and stuff like this, though. Fighter, Doctor, Mystic. Can't control when I have a break at work, so yeah. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, it's what, 5:37? Yeah, you're at work. Dang. I didn't know you were on break, Pixie. I'm sorry. Trust me. I'd stay, but you gotta take care of some things. I'll try and stream a little bit later. I had another game I wanted to play today, actually, anyways. But I think this is actually the perfect stopping point, only because this like actually leads into the game. Or maybe I'll just continue this game after. It depends. I'll see. They just don't work prize, but I asked for more hours, so I'm covering a shift at a different location. Ah, gotcha. Ooh, that sucks. Wait. Is that a Nintendo Switch? So let me just make sure the save properly. So if I return the title. Hey, the thing changed. That's cool. Because I'll be here until like 11ish, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes. Gotcha. That's really nice. The art and everything in this game is just really pretty. I had fun. It's very confusing starting off. More just probably a detailing of how the missions will go. And again, it's like a roguelike from what I'm gathering. So I am very excited to continue this, actually. The wording in some parts are a lot to take in because it's a lot of reading, but I enjoy that, and that's fine. It's fun. We like that. But I'm out for today. Maybe I'll do something later. I'll see. But bye-bye. I just closed it so you guys get this little time skip.